Hello, all. I just got back from my little morning outing. I had to drive to Destin to go to Best Buy to get some ink and paper for my printer because I got mini plans. And it's such a treat. It really is. It's such a freaking treat. It's a treat on the roads. It's a treat when I go into establishments. Then I went to Walmart. And it's just so comical. It's just obvious. Okay. So when you see me out and about, if you do, like, there ain't no telling. I could be like breaking down in a dance move in the middle of a freaking street, in the middle of an aisle. I could be singing. I could be talking to myself. Who knows? Who knows? If you throw me some eyes and I can catch through your eyes, I might call you out. There's that positioning of it too, right? Like, I'm in a position of life where I'm creating the reality in the world that I want to live in. All right. Meaning, I'm not going to explore or give the green light to people being rude, being dishonest, and being disingenuous. Period. Like, that's just not something I'm going to entertain in my world, in my reality, which is what I live in. All right. With God. And you can spin it, run it, narrate it, however you want. That makes zero difference to me. It doesn't. My son said to me just a few minutes ago, I have such a duality in me, and I get very passionate because I can see through people and I can see how people use people. I know what it feels like to be used, and it's not a good feeling. It sucks. People seem to see a kind heart. They seem to see a kind soul. They see a genuine heart. They run amok on it, man. And it sucks. And, he said to me, Mom, we live in a world where people use people, and it is what it is, and I'm like, yeah, no doubt, son. We do live in a world where that, but it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay. There have been so many lies and smear campaigns about me. It's not even funny. And you think I don't know? Of course I know. And it is what it is. Say what you want. Like, when you have people, stems from couples that literally go out and pay people and then pay those people on top of those people to create campaigns and smear campaigns and humiliation rituals and tactics and all these things to present a falsified story. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. I'm not your average Joe. I'm not your average Christian or your average spiritualist or your average whatever. Like, I know I'm different. I got a different vibe to me. I'm a little gangster. I'm a little savage. I'm a little faithful. I like to bust a move, get down with the best of them. I just am who I am, and I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to embrace it. In a world filled with chaos and lies, it's sink or swim, baby. Sink or swim. And I chose to swim my own way, in my timing, in God's timing, and that's just how it's going to work moving forward. So either you like it or stay out of my way. Stay out of my way. And that's just mere facts. Like, if you don't like being called out, don't come in my path. You are your own hero. This came to me yesterday. You are your own hero. Nobody's going to come and save you. You are your own hero, and you link up and you allow God to come in and help you fine tune everything within you that needs to be looked at. Go through your ego death. Recognize that you are not right. You do not have it all figured out. But when you become right is when you start allowing God to dictate your life, dictate your heart, dictate your moves. That's when you become right. And that's when you become your own hero, the hero's journey, right? And you have to cut the strings to be free. You do. You have to cut the strings. And I've chose to cut the strings. I do not allow the world to dictate how I feel, how I act, what I say, what I do, how my faithful walk looks like. I don't allow anything of the exterior. It's mind-boggling to me. We have a toll bridge in my local area that's privately owned, that has well been paid for it and then some, and they charge $4.50 or something like that to cross it, right? So I crossed it, and for my toll thing, I've put my finger out the wall and I flipped it off. We live in a country now where we have to pay to go on roads. It's just crazy. I'm sorry, it's just crazy. Like, everybody wants to make more money, more money, more money, more money. It's in the banking system. It's in corporate America. It's in the government. It's in politics. It's in freaking everything. Money consumes this world, and it consumes people's hearts. And then when you have somebody that doesn't run on money, we must stop them at all cost, right? Where am I at? I'm at 516. Creating the world I want to live in. Straight up. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm creating the world I want to live in, you know? I refuse to keep allowing people to use and abuse and then get the green light. Like, I'll just cut you off in a jiffy. Straight up. You know, I see what my son's gone through, me and my son both, and all the callous, horrific things that you have put us both through. You know, as much, here's the irony of it all. Here's the irony. I was just saying outside and I said this. As much enjoyment as those that decided to wage a war against me, people that knew me, people that don't even know me, people in all these prestigious places got enjoyment inflicting pain into my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, spiritually, every freaking way that they have inflicted pain, and they got enjoyment out of watching. Enjoyment out of watching. I get just as much enjoyment as proving them wrong. That's as much. That in itself fuels my fire every day to get up and go. Because they literally got enjoyment out of throwing darts and swords at somebody that did not deserve it. Nobody deserves that treatment. Not even them, and they decided to do it. They decided to do it. And so that's something that they have to wrestle with on their soul and talk to God about. I don't wear those. I don't wear them. Those are baggages and chains that you put on yourself. And now you got to walk with God to get them off. I walked through the chains that I had. I walked through the karma I deserved. And I'm not perfect. I'm imperfectly made in God's eyes, and nobody can take that away from me. And they shouldn't be able to take it away from you. Like this whole check from the insurance. Like, I will not be depositing this until I get something in writing telling me why I got it. I'm not that dumb. You know, unfortunately, we live in a world that does these things to create tactics. You know, I've learned that in my little last 2 years. Everything's an illusion. And, you know, for an insurance company to send you a check out of the blue when you haven't had insurance with them in over a year and a half, it's peculiar. It's weird. And there's no reason behind it on it. It just says refund payment. Refund payment for what? For what? Why didn't I get it before? It's been a year and a half later. November, it'll be 2 years since I had this insurance, this coming November. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. One of those things. And so I sent an email. I'll be calling them on Monday. But, you know, and I give all grace to God for allowing me to have the wisdom and the knowledge to do my due diligence and stuff like this. Me before, because I so graciously trusted my surroundings, trusted my government, trusted my community, I would have deposited this and thought, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, that makes sense. Like, maybe I just overpaid or something like that. But given all the circumstantial events that they have set me up in, I can't even do that. I can't even do that anymore. Isn't that crazy? And that's how I've changed. That's how I've changed. Right there is a wisdom nugget, and I have changed. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And I hope this video resonated, but you know what? In order to live in a reality that you enjoy and you find peace in, you have to create it yourself. They are not going to create a world with peace. That's been made abundantly clear on the front stage. Right? And so now that we have that understanding, okay, so then what do? You create a world and a reality that you find peace in. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And you can hate me for it. You can love me for it. You can join me. You can join me. You know, I know without a doubt that there is a narrative spread in reference to me being selfish. And that's the most furthest from the truth. I can't even be selfish if I tried. There are so many times in my life where I should have been selfish and I wouldn't have landed where I'm at. And even to this day, I throw out money to people like, I mean, I get screwed so many times because it's just not me. But I love that about me. I love that about me. And everybody that called me selfish, you know it's a lie. You know it's a lie, and that's something that you have to live with. You have to live with. That's why you don't chastise people and make lies about their character. because it's gonna boomerang back to you.